Today, I want to talk about the topic of why people are never happy for you or can never be happy for you, and how you're not the problem in that equation. I'm trying something a little bit more different on my colors with me because I got a suggestion that instead of putting music behind it, I should tell a story time or something like that. So all of these are going to be based on things that I'm currently going through. So I want to give an example. So I recently have been going apartment hunting because I'm moving from my hometown to my college town permanently. And so I've been going apartment hunting, and I was so nervous that I wouldn't get the apartment that I wanted and that I would have to email the apartment people by myself. But very early on, suddenly, it's faster than I thought was going to happen. They emailed me and I ended up getting my apartment. And so someone who I thought was a friend had asked me, do you have an apartment yet? I can still help you look for some. And I was like, oh no, I already have one. And they were like, okay, where is it? And I told them where it was. And they're like, do you have it for sure? Or are you just looking at it? And I'm like, no, I paid the deposit. I have the apartment. And I could just see when people are not happy for you, or when people are not genuine, no matter how fake the person is, they cannot contain themselves when they hear good news about you. When people don't like you or when people are jealous of you, they can't stop themselves from being real in that moment of hearing good news for you because they don't expect it. And so I just saw this person's face drop in jealousy and a little bit of rage or disgust. I don't know what that emotion was, but I know that jealousy was definitely there. And mind you, this person had been asking me, can you get an apartment with me and this other person? It's good to live with people. Why do you want to live alone? This person was very disgruntled about the fact that I wanted to live by myself and I didn't want to have roommates. And I've just always been that way. I've always been that type of person. I've always wanted my own space. That's how I recharge from social situations. I cannot be around people 24/7, and so I knew that I needed my own space in order to show up as the best version of myself whenever I got out into social spaces. And so this person's face just dropped, and then this person started asking me questions, rapid questions, right? So mind you, there was no congratulations, there was no I'm happy for you, it was none of that. It was just straight questions. And so first it was, have you seen the room? Can I see pictures of the room? And then the person tried to search up the building and to see pictures of the room, and thank God there was no pictures online. You have to go in person to see it. And so I'm there's no pictures online. And then the next question, how much is the rent? How much are you paying? How are you going to afford that? Do you have a job? Do you have this? And it's just all these rapid fire questions started coming in. And in that moment, it bothered me so much because I realized this person isn't asking questions because they're genuinely interested in what's going on in my life. This person isn't asking questions because they're happy for me. This person isn't asking questions because they're actually curious. This person's trying to gather information, right? And I know that because this person has gathered information on other people before and told me. And then one time, the person that he told me information about was why are you telling people this information about me? Don't go around telling people this information about me in front of everybody. So I'm oh, I definitely know that this is the way this person behaves. And so I'm just and I hated myself so much in that moment because I actually answered the questions, and I didn't expect the jealousy to be the response of me finally getting a place. Mind you, everybody in university is looking for a place to stay, looking for roommates. It's a really, really hard look because you're going to be situated with these people for a year, so you want to make sure you're finding the right place. So everybody has been going hunting, and I found one super quickly. And so this person was just, from the very beginning when I met this person was drawn to me, right? And this person would always, invite me places. And I was just wow, this person is the first person that actually puts in an effort first. And so I was okay, I have a little program friend. I still never considered this person to be an inner friend or a core friend of mine. I've always considered this person to be a program friend, just a school friend, because when I tried to take the relationship further than that, when I tried to get to know this person, and when I tried to plan certain trips and certain things with this person, they were super one word answers, super dry. It felt like I was interviewing this person. So I could tell this person was not going to be someone that I'm close friends with. This person can't have a conversation with me, can't uphold a conversation with me without talking about school. So I knew this person was not going to be someone that I would be best friends with. And I was fine with that. You have to be okay with people being temporary or people only being friends with you in a certain category. and just make sure you're knowing who's your outer friend, your inner friend, your core friend. And so this person was drawn to me, but it's like every time there was good news about me, or every time I showed up in excellence, which is what I do, this person just couldn't help but be jealous of me, couldn't help but be mad. And in that moment, I felt like maybe I should have dimmed myself down a little bit more. I'm very academically savvy. I'm very like an academics girl. Like I love school. I love excelling in school. I always have. And so when I got to university and I was like still upholding the standard of grades that I wanted and expectations that I had, this person would always be so jealous or be so upset that I was like naturally good at academics. And I just, in all those situations, I'm like, should I be dumbing myself down a little bit more? Should I stop trying to do too much? And I just realized like, I'm not doing too much. I'm not being too much. Like, I'm just being me. And if being me is excellent, and if being me is great, and if being me is excelling in everything I do, then that is who I am. I'm not trying to appear perfect. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I just built and built and built when nobody was watching. And now the fruits of my labor is being shown in public. And certain people who don't know how to be happy for other people think I just got it overnight. But I really worked for everything. I can't just be good at academics straight off the bat. You have to build. You have to build discipline. You have to build structure. You have to show up even when you don't feel like it. And so I realized that this person's very, very insecure, and I don't use that word often, but this person like is very insecure in themselves, and I'm everything that they're not willing to do to get where they want to be. Like, I'm doing everything that they're not willing to do. And so in that person's mind, they deserve what I have, but they don't want to work for it. And even though they know I worked for it, I don't deserve what I have, they do. And that is a very, very dangerous person to be around, because they can't, not only can they not be happy for you, they don't think you deserve the life that you have. And so if they have a chance to ruin it, or if they have a chance to spew negativity into your life, they're going to do that. And I noticed that because I'm trying to allow myself to be more human and be more vulnerable around people, I noticed that whenever I shared bad news, or whenever something, came in the way of my plans and it was negative, or it was negative news, this person's face, like, I'm telling you, all you have to do is just sit back and observe. You just need to watch people. This person's face absolutely lit up. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen, because I'm just like, I'm literally telling you bad news about myself and your face is just, you're so happy. And it was concerning a grade. I ended up not like filling out the multiple choice well. So I got the answers right. I just forgot to fill them in, and I lost so many marks because of that. And this person came with me to office hours, and I didn't know that the teacher would tell me that in front of this person. And so I was just distraught, and I was just like, and this person did not try to comfort me. This person did not try to console me. But the minute after office hours that we got into our actual class, these two girls were sitting behind us, and we don't really talk to them, but like whatever, they just talk while they're waiting for the teacher to come. And so I'm sitting there, I'm quiet, I'm just writing notes. I'm just really devastated because I got the answer right. I just forgot to fill it in. It was a very cheap mistake. And so instead of this person to be a friend to me and be like, it's okay, like, whatever, this person is talking to these girls behind me and says, guys, you'll never believe what happened when we went to office hours. And then he looks at me, and then I look at him, and I just go back to writing my notes, because I'm like, my heart literally dropped. I'm like, there's no way that you can see me in visible distress over what just happened, because you know how hard I work in class. You know how hard I work to uphold certain grades, because this is how I get scholarships. This is how I get accepted into my program. And he's just so excited and so giddy to share my misfortune, to share something that's making me upset. And I'm visibly upset because we just came back from the office hours, and this guy is trying to tell these girls this random thing that they, mind you, nobody said anything, nobody asked him about anything. Like, we just sit down and he's automatically trying to tell these girls about my misfortune, and he is so happy, he is so giddy, and the girls end up talking over him and not even listening to him, and that was nothing but God. These girls ended up talking over him and not even listening to him, so he ended up not sharing what happened to me in office hours. But little stuff like that showed me, like, he can genuinely never be happy for me, and he's mad that I love myself and that I'm disciplined enough to get exactly what I want. Everything that I said I wanted when I was around him, when I was near him, every single thing I said I wanted, I got it. Every single thing that I said I was going to achieve, I achieved it. And he was so mad that I was disciplined enough to actually show up for myself. I was disciplined enough to actually love myself. That bothered him. And I was doing nothing but being myself. And so these people who can't be happy for you will believe that you don't deserve something, even if you worked for it, even if they've seen you striving, like saving money, living below your means, doing all of these things to get what you want. These people will believe you don't deserve what you have. And so my only advice to you for why people can never be happy for you is that you're not the problem, but you become the problem when you feed people like this information. And I felt so bad about myself, but then I'm like, no, I didn't realize that he was like this before, so I'm gonna give myself grace. But moving forward, if he asks me anything, I am going to find my way, because it's not socially acceptable to be like, none of your business, right? So I'm going to find my way, and I still want to keep this relationship. Like, this is a school relationship. He's in my program. My program is really, really small. So I don't want to burn this bridge, right? But I'm not going to allow this person to become closer to me, because this person cannot be happy for me. And so any question that this person asks me about myself, I'm going to be very, very vague. I'm going to be very, very short with it. And I'm no longer sharing good news, and I'm no longer sharing bad news. I'm not allowing this person to have access to these areas of my life anymore, because this person has shown me that they can't be happy for me unless I'm telling them bad news about myself. And this person also, used to talk about bad stuff that was happening for them, and I couldn't relate. And they were mad that I couldn't relate that my life wasn't negative. They were mad that I couldn't relate that I don't speak a certain way. And so you have to understand that people are not going to like you. They're not going to like how you show up. Never in your life dim your light for these people. These people are already below you, and I don't mean that in like a status way. I'm just saying, like, spiritually, mentally, physically, these people are already below you. Like, the minute somebody needs to hear bad things about you or can't be happy for you because you're actually getting what you worked for, they're already below you. So these people are already below you. You do not need to fix your life or taint your life a certain way when you're around them to make them happy. If I invite you to my house or invite you to my car, and I have to start taking things down and hiding things in certain places or removing anything that shows that I've succeeded, like, if I have to start doing all of that and running around hoops for you, you're not supposed to be around me. If you feel the need to start hiding things about yourself, if you feel the need to start, changing the way you look or changing the way you act around certain people, those are not your people. It is okay to have friends that are only school friends. It is okay to have acquaintances that you only talk to at work. Like, you do not have to have everybody in your core circle. Not everybody has to be your bestest friend, because these people cannot be happy for you. These people cannot congratulate you to save their lives, and they're mad because of your relationship with God. They're mad because of the favor of God over your life. They don't want to take the time to build a relationship with him, but they want the benefits that comes with having a relationship with him. You cannot continue to allow these people to be in your life. They're very, very, very dangerous people to be in your life, because they believe that they deserve what you have and they don't have to work for it. So sometimes we are the problem, right? And we become the problem when we start oversharing. We become the problem when we start overextending ourselves and doing too much to please people who actually don't like us, because that's the truth. These people do not like you. And so let's stop overextending ourselves. Let's stop oversharing everything. I know how it feels to be super excited about a piece of information and want to share with everybody, but unfortunately, in the world we live in, people cannot be happy for others. People cannot love on others the way they want to be loved on, and that's the sad reality of it. But you have to trust that God will bring relationships into your life that will bring you eternal peace, right? You have to trust that he will do things above and beyond your expectation in your relationships. But for now, you keep people at an arm's distance, because stuff like this is very dangerous to be around. I can't share anything with you without you, like, your face just being in pure jealousy of what I have, and that is not fair to you. You deserve to experience your blessings. You deserve to be happy about your blessings. You deserve to be happy about the things that you worked for. You deserve that. And it's not okay and it's not fair to be around people who make you feel like you're bragging or you're boasting or you're doing too much by simply sharing good news about yourself. And so what if you're bragging? If you've worked so hard for something, if you have built it from the bottom to the top, like, you're allowed to be happy about your accomplishments. Don't ever let somebody make you feel like you have to dim your light to be around them. The minute you feel like you have, in the slightest bit too, the minute you feel like you have to dim your light to be around certain people, you don't need to be around those people. Because if it was them that had good news, you would be happy for them. You would be cheering for them. You would be clapping for them. But you can't even say, like, oh, I got more on my tax returns, or, oh, I got a good, like, you can't say anything without this person feeling like it's a personal jab or it's a personal attack that you're doing better than them. These people are in secret competition with you, and it's one-sided. You have no parts in it. So moving forward, when you're around people, this can be friends and this can also be family members. Trust, this can be family members. If moving forward, when you're around these people who can't be happy for you, keep them at an arm's distance and continue to shine your light.